And away they go. King of Love missed the start by a couple of lengths. Jaspero, first one to show, gets across and gets to the lead, with Jacob's Ladder trying to match in the early stages. Then comes Central City, who races away in third. Quasimodo against the rail in the yellow jacket now races alongside Central City. Euphoric was next, Atkinson, Grimshaw. American Landing, Zigzag all together. King of Love gained a place, and that leaves Magnum Fire racing at the back of the field past the 1600 metres mark. And Jaspero is on the pointy end and has the lead by a little over one length over Jacob's Ladder, who races away in second. Quasimodo, Central City are locked together and they share third. Then comes Euphoric, who moves around the yellow sleeves and the red cap and getting quite enthusiastic at the outside. American Landing, black and white silks. King of Love, they further back. Atkinson, Grimshaw, pink sleeves and cap is 8th as they now race on to the back straight. Magnum Fire one from last, and Zigzag is the trailer. Less than 10 lengths in it down the back straight they go and work past the 1100 metres mark, and the leader is Jaspero by 3 parts of a length. Jacob's Ladder races back in second. Then comes Euphoric, who improved at the outside but only got to third. Then came Quasimodo, who's back at the rail. Then a length and a half away, Central City, American Landing, King of Love. They all race in a bunch just over a length away to Atkinson, Grimshaw. Then comes Magnum Fire. He's happy to bide his time and race one from last, and so too is Zigzag, as is his want. Down the side they go towards the final 600 metres. Leader is Jaspero, now has it by one length. He's been in front from the start over Jacob's Ladder, who's been second from the start. Quasimodo had a rails run from the start, and Euphoric the first to feel pressure. Then comes Central City, blue sleeves and cap, aiming in between horses. American Landing's black and white. Then comes Magnum Fire. Zigzag gets to the outside rail, but he's still got 6 to make up. Atkinson, Grimshaw, King of Love is last. 200 metres left to run. Jacob's Ladder pushed by Quasimodo. Quasimodo goes level with Jacob's Ladder. Central City, American Landing third and fourth, but here is Quasimodo, and Quasimodo wins. Second goes the way of Jacob's Ladder. Third, American Landing, probably just over Central City. Winners towards the extreme left-hand side, and given every chance out of gate one, not much could go wrong, and nothing went wrong, to be fair. Musi just sat on the leader's back, and when Jaspero had run his race, Quasimodo had a race to run, to be fair, from Jacob's Ladder, who laid it down, ran a bold race in defeat, but Quasimodo gives one for the East Cape Derby form. After a big run there, has come back 10 days later to win again.
Welcome back, and yeah, Quasimodo on paper, the right horse, very well treated at the weights this afternoon. We've been through all that before. The horse they had to beat wins for the Kelly Mitchley stable. Well done to all the winning connections here. And KV is collecting on behalf of the groom from the Kelly Mitchley stable, which is welcome. So very well done to welcome. 1,500 Rand courtesy of World Sports Betting. KV, make sure he gets the money. Well done to you. Here we go, KV, and welcome is the guy that'll really say welcome to the 1.5 grand. Now, here's a man that was full of smiles and poses as he came into the winner's box. Muzi Yeni saluting the crowd out there this afternoon. Right horse, right race, and I've nominated this horse to be our best stayer in in the next season or so.
Yes, a lovely young horse. I've got to say compliments to the horse, and obviously well prepared. I thought the runs, when you look at the book, most horses in that feature went very hard, and it was a real testing race, and he dug down deep and was unlucky not to get there, you know. So I thought, backed up 10 days later, sometimes it catches the young horses out. But I got to say, well prepared, and it's well judged by Kelly. I was always going well. Obviously, I had to be careful at the first turn. He took the bit of me. But I always thought, you know how they normally go to the first corner and then they ease it up. And I didn't want to be out on my ground and be an unlucky loser. So I was positive as much as I can without getting him to over-race. And always felt it was going well. And he turned at the 600. I just nudged the reins and he was ready to pick up the bit. So I knew he had the race to himself and just took my time to get to the front. And yeah, it was all it's history now, yeah.
Absolutely. Muzi, I mean, the feedback's good. Kelly obviously knows she's got a decent horse here, and we're going to earmark this one to follow in the next couple of months.
Thank you very much. I also think he is better on the poly. I think his form is just more strong and more consistent. So maybe the handicap is something to think about. But thanks again to Kelly. Well done to Mr. Sadir. Thanks for supporting Paul Elizabeth Racing. And to my sponsors, Stone Stamco, a big thank you as well.
Tremendous, well said. Let's go to the lady that's got the horses at the moment, and they're filling up the boxes there, and she's also in the winner's box every week as well. Kelly will be happy about this. Kelly, you know my opinion about Quasimodo. It's a horse that I earmarked in at Durbanville when I was presenting there the 1 year, and I was quite surprised to see when he relocated here that he was for sale and that you bought him, and what a clever buy.
Yeah, no. When he was on the online sale, we looked at his form. We're like, geez, he has to do well in PE.
Yeah.
Between him and Pure Maverick, we bought on the same sale, a lot after each other, and they're both actually done very well for us. And they're both owned by Sadi, so that's very nice. And he's actually a very lucky owner in our stable. He does really well, and he wants me to dedicate this win to his son Shay. It's his favorite horse. Everything he touches is Quasimodo. So, yeah, just a huge congratulations to him on the win today. And yeah, no, it was a great run in the derby for him. And when he got the 14 points, we did nominate him a week later. So we decided to run him here with the weight, and he pulled up very well from the derby. So we said, give him a run here. And with the points, he was the horse to beat.
Absolutely. Now, what do you do now? Do you stick to Polly, as we heard Muzi say? Is that what you're going to sort of earmark him for in the future?
Well, he has one on the grass as well for us. So it's either grass or Polly, but he's going to go on a bit of a break now, because that was 2 runs on top of each other for a 3-year-old. So he's going to have about a month off now and just be a horse.
Very well done to you, Kelly, and your entire team. Well done.
No, I just want to say thank you to my team behind the scenes, and to Carl that puts a lot of effort in. And thank you to our sponsors, Aviation and Loss Adjusters. A huge thank you to them.
All right, well said.
Thank you.
Here we go. The Kelly Mitchley stable. You can see them out here. They have winners every week as well. The stable is growing. And when you look, you'll see Kelly on the phone. She's always doing business. And yeah, she's got them out there firing on all cylinders. That's the Kelly Mitchley stable. Quasimodo, one to pencil in.